So I thought I'd show you guys this little trick. Um, Doing the back of the plenum is very important because it's always a high spot in this rough area. But how do you get back in here? Now you guys can see I modified this, and you guys that follow the channel know what I've done here. But if you just had a dual plane intake and you wanted to do a little cleanup, you don't have to go to your extreme. This is a piece of belt that I cut from a belt sander, but you can buy emery cloth, which actually works very well. And what you do, you run it through the port that goes back around the back side of the plenum. There. And then you just work it back and forth to clean the back of the plenum up where the divider goes back. And if you ever put your finger back there and feel, there's usually a big lip or some rough casting. And this is something I always take time to do. In this case, there's a lot to do on this one. It had a very high peak there, and just one of the deals, something I like to make sure that it's nice and smooth and don't restrict the air where it crosses over there. Now, I mentioned this before in another video. You have to be careful, because if you were to not pay attention and you started doing this, that's not what you want to do. So you want to make sure you pay attention when you hold your emery cloth or whatever you're using, if you're going to try doing this, and make sure that it doesn't oblong the runner that you're doing this. So, okay. And another trick is, sometimes when you first start trying to feed the piece of paper through, depending on what material it is, sometimes it's kind of limpy. You might have to fold this over to guide it through, push it through with your finger up through the runner. Sometimes it's easier to go in this way. Other times it's easier to try to go around the back of the plenum. But that's something you'd have to do for yourself and try. This is all common sense stuff, so I just try to give you the little tricks of the trade and things I experienced myself that might help you out, because it's the little things that will make you think, what's wrong with me? I can't even thread this piece of paper through. So that's never something you want to start thinking about, like you're not doing something right, and then it kind of puts you in a mindset where you're like, should I bother doing this if I can't even get the paper through the runner? That's my way of thinking. I'm sure there's other guys out there that think like that. And other guys be like, I'll get that through one way or another. Some of you guys have really good ideas. Talk to me on my channel. I just showed a video where I showed my belt sander, and one of my YouTube buddies got on there and he says, yeah, I used that sander myself, and he did something a little different than I did, and something that would really be a good idea. He got a piece of hose and strapped the vacuum to it to suck up the dust as he was grinding. That's always a good idea, to do something like that. I don't have a vacuum, and anytime you do work like this here, there's going to be metal and dust. And even this right here, you'd be surprised how much of this stuff gets in the air if you were to be aggressive. I'm just trying to show you guys a little demonstration here. So I'll get this a little closer to you. And we're making it all curved and nice around the back. Of course, you have to put your hand down where you want it. Down bottom if you want to do this down here in the back area. You have to keep your paper down that low. So this is all using your hands and your fingers as far as feeling the floor as you do it. That's another technique. You can use your finger as a guide when you're doing this. Like you're holding the paper like this here, you use your finger. If you want to go high, you hold your finger here and hold it against your finger here against the floor. If you want to go low, you do it down this way. It's all touch and feel type thing. And I'm sure you guys have your own ideas about stuff. I just give a little bit of information and the way that I find works. And if you find a way that works better for you, that's perfectly fine. If it works good for you and you're getting good results out of it, then that's a good idea in my book. Now, if you're making something oblong or out of shape, trying to do it a certain way, then that's not a good idea. If you ever see something getting out of shape and you put a low spot in it, it's best to stop and try to blend it in and keep on going and making something bigger or a different shape than what you really want it. Depends how crucial it is. All common sense. So I thought I'd show this little bit of information. Oh, and I'm going to cut this video short because my grandson is calling me on a video call. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care and God bless.